a minute when you guys are ready to go, so we can just like kind of alert people on our side and go and do the same thing.
We already live, baby.
We live, baby.
Welcome to season 2 of the Roundtable. It is a bit different, but we got the same energy. We got the power man himself, Dallas Cowboy fan 1980. The Mr. Positive, optimistic, fifth quarter Cowboys. And my Cowboys family, nothing but family content over there. I am Dallas Cowboy Football News. Let's get into this. Are you ready? Woo! Season 2, guys. How we feeling? How's everybody been since that damn Los Angeles Rams loss, man? How's everybody been feeling? 1980, I'll let you go first, man. How you been feeling since that loss?
Man. You know what? I got over it. I had a couple of Band-Aids here and there, but I got over it, guys. It's a new off season, new season coming up. A lot of exciting news for the Cowboy Nation. That's one thing about being a Dallas Cowboy fan. There's always something to talk about. There's always something to run our mouths about. So this is why we're here live, season 2, getting things started, man. I'm very happy. Despite all the news that's been going on in Cowboys Nation, Jason Witten, the free agents, D-Law, and all that, man. I'm just so blessed and happy to be with you guys. Be talking with you guys again. Fifth quarter Cowboys, football news, my Cowboys family, and hopefully Space Cowboys 17 on down the line. But we'll see on that one. But y'all, let's get this thing started, man. Y'all let me know what's up.
Man.
Hey, thanks for hosting it. Fifth quarter Cowboys, take it away, man.
I miss y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. It's been a long time, man. Me and football news, we talk every damn day. I kick his ass in Madden every day, but that's besides the point, man. No, I don't kick his ass every day. I think the ratio is like 1,000 to 5. But, man, it's been a long time. Season 2 of the Roundtable, the real Roundtable. Season 2, man. We started this shit, man. We on season 2. We got a whole nother year to go. Dallas Cowboys about to be back. OTAs, training camp, preseason, then the real deal, the big shebang, man. But before then, we got a whole lot to talk about. Y'all know it ain't a football season without the Dallas Cowboys being in the news. The New England Patriots won the Super Bowl, but the Dallas Cowboys in every talking head mouth every day. We have at least 3 topics on all these TV shows. At least 3. On all these TV shows every day. You're going to hear something about the Cowboys on the major TV shows, on the major outlets, on the radios about sports. You always going to hear something about the Cowboys because there's something always going on, whether good or bad. To maybe 80% of the Cowboys fans, the best news that came out to them is Jason Witten coming back. We got a couple bad news about Randy Gregory and David Irvin. A little controversial with guys ready to get their money. DeMarcus Lawrence kind of running a campaign for his money. It's so much going on, man, and we got so much to talk about. We were so excited and hyped to do this tonight. I don't even know what the topics are. I don't even care. They probably just going to flow as we go, man, but it just feels so good to be back on these roundtables. And there ain't no better way than to kick off our season 2, episode 1 of Roundtable than on the Power 1980 channel, man. This is the best channel to kick this off on, y'all. And we already at 26 views. We're about to get this thing rocking, man. What's up, everybody? El Chapo Jr., Q Child, what's going on? Meticulous Cowboy 86 always here. Winner Allen, David Pence, Nighthawk 3000, Dallas 22. Everybody in the chat, man. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the like button, man. If you're not subscribe, man. We're going to rock it out tonight. New channel. We starting the Roundtable off, man. Y'all gonna enjoy this, man. You probably gonna see a whole bunch of these on his. Okay, we got people in the chat. They ready to roll. So my Cowboys family, y'all can take it away, man.
Well. We're back again for another one, guys.
Here we go, guys, again. I mean, DJ, you kind of said it yourself, and especially the fact that our first Roundtable was with, the year, season 1. What a freaking season, right? I mean,
I gotta say, welcome back to not only the Roundtable crew, but DJ Crown J coming at you, man. Hey, we'll welcome you back to the YouTube world, man. Like, I think you
man.
make your introduction here back for good. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
yeah, man, it's gonna be good. We got a lot to talk about.
Definitely missed, man.
Yeah, for sure. And all these voices have been missed. And again, Dallas Cowboy football news. You know what he does. All right. So I cannot wait to get into some topics with him and DJ, and of course the grand host right here, guys. Dallas Cowboy fan, 1980. Much love to you, man. Thank you for having us on here. Yeah, man, you're the man. Salute to you and our Dallas Cowboys guys. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. DJ and you guys already kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I guess the best question is, what do you guys want to start this off? I mean, our last one, we obviously ended it with the season. So,
that hurt.
I guess where do we go from there?
Hosts.
Oh, man. It ain't no other thing to talk about but the number 82. You see the jersey. Dallas Cowboy football news rocking it out. Number 82, one of his favorite Dallas Cowboys players. He says the first ballot Hall of Famer, so we can rock it out with 82 right off the rip.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Let's go.
I want to hear what John. I don't know if y'all gonna like what I gotta say.
Come on.
Let me feel the waters real quick.
Oh boy.
Go ahead, fifth quarter Cowboys. What you got, man?
All right.
My boy.
Jason Witten. For all that don't know me on 1980 channel, I'm very objective, y'all.
Hey, let me say something real quick, DJ. Everybody that's following me is in the comment section. I want to thank y'all for coming through. These are my boys. These are my peeps. Dallas Cowboy football news, fifth quarter Cowboys, my Cowboys family, and also Space Cowboy 17. Hopefully we'll get him down the line. These are the people I roll with. These are people I respect on YouTube. These are the geniuses I rock with on Saturday nights during live streams. If y'all don't know, this is my first time doing it live on my channel Saturday night. So I just want to drop it in on y'all, man, and just introduce these guys, man. Follow them if you already haven't. I know a lot of y'all been following me since day one, so please follow these guys, man. All right, DJ, go ahead, take it away, bro. My bad.
All right, Jason Witten. I'm gonna be like Stephen A. do before he says something bad about somebody. He run down the accolades. Jason Witten has done a lot for this team. Jason Witten was the face of this team, even when he wasn't. Probably one of the best tight ends the NFL will see, the Cowboys will see. Tough guy, man. I appreciate every snap he had, every first down he got, every touchdown he got. But sometimes you can do it long, sometimes you can do it short, depending on your position. That's what she said. But Jason Witten gave us a long career, well over 10 years. And I definitely think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. And I don't think Jason Witten. Well, put it like this: a lot of Cowboy Nation think Jason Witten is the key to what we need, and I don't think so. I believe we could have won the Super Bowl last year with the team we had, with the tight ends we had. I'm not trying to turn this into no Jason Witten bash moment because I gave my spiel on my videos, and what I will say is, and I will repeat this: what I saw Blake Jarwin do in one game was enough promise for me to be satisfied with him coming into this year as the starter. If the Cowboys developed him, which we know that's something they don't do with players. They I said on the roundtable last year, if you don't already got it once you come to this team, I feel sorry for you because you're probably gonna be out the door. And because the Cowboys don't develop guys, we didn't have to develop Zeke. Dak Prescott Dak Prescott learned on the job by himself. He learned by himself. Mark Cooper is who he is. He's good. You know, we got a prototype in Rico who they did nothing with. Every time we talked about him not learning the playbook. That's what's coming from the big dogs. Like, we heard coaches and stuff saying he needed to learn the playbook instead of actually, trying to develop the guy. It's not about the damn playbook, because sometimes the plays don't work. Get him in the red zone and put the ball in his hands. There's not many guys gonna take the ball from Rico Gallows, but they didn't give him that opportunity. It's cool. And the Jeff Swain credit, Jeff Swain looked good before he got injured too. He looked damn good. We saw a lot of first downs from Jeff Swain that Jason Witten. The thing about Jason Witten and our other tight ends, Jason Witten catches the ball with his back to the defense, so he's not going nowhere but to the ground once he catches. Most of our new cornerbacks, tight ends, caught the ball on the run, which is what you want out of tight ends, which is what you see out of tight ends, hybrid tight ends today. They're just beef and buffed up wide receivers, and it hurts me to see that what Blake Jarwin could possibly be is finna be held back because of Jason Witten's probably gonna come back and be a starter. I said last week, Jason Witten had 5 touchdowns in 2017 for the whole season. Blake Jarwin had 3 in one game. That's something you should build on. That's definitely something you should build on. I think Witt saw Tony Romo. I think Witt saw Tom Brady win a Super Bowl at 41 and wanted to come back and I just don't think he felt he ended his career the right way. I think Witten want to end his career with double-digit touchdowns, more yardage and stuff like that, because he ended his career with 5 touchdowns, like 560 yards. And I don't think he wanted that. I don't think he wanted that. That's my honest to God truth. And I'm not bashing Witten, I just think he didn't want to end on 5 touchdowns and 560 yards. So that's one thing. But you got to know that Blake Jarwin and Jeff Swain and Dalton Schultz could really do something more than what Witten's going to offer us. I wish Witten would have came back as a coach. Yeah. Hey, Walter Pines, I agree. They could learn something from Witten, but check this out. It's hard for me to believe somebody his age is coming back to teach right now. He's never done that. Like, we saw Stephen Jones himself say Dez Bryant and Jason Witten was in Dak Prescott ear saying give them the ball. When you think back to 2014, Dez Bryant had 16 touchdowns, T. Will had 8, Gavin Escobar had 4. Gavin Escobar was a tight end that could have been some. James Hunter had his flashes when he got in the game. We barely saw those guys. Our tight ends was mostly special team. Jason Witten got the snaps. Everybody's pretty much held back, and Jason Witten damn sure ain't coming back to take a back seat at his age. So I just think it was a premature move by the Cowboys. I think it was a desperate move by the Cowboys. And here's my final thing. If you bring Jason Witten back as a player, that's fine. Bring him back. Pay everybody that need to be paid right now. Get the draft out the way. Pay all the draft guys. And then you talk to Jason Witten and say, hey, this is what we got for you. Get all the guys out of the way that we know for sure was here last year when that 3-5 was there and that got us to a winning record. Pay everybody. Don't overpay nobody, because we know how the Cowboys get in cap hell. But you're right. Desperation does kill. But pay everybody that we need to pay. You getting free agents, whoever you get, you paying D-Law or Dak or whoever you paying. Then you paying all your draft guys. Then you sit down with Witten and say, hey, man, you want to play again? That's fine. Here's what we got for you. 3.5 right now, it just didn't make sense. I just felt like we should have paid everybody that needed to be paid first, that was here last year when we was 3-5, looking like we wasn't going to have a winning season. Pay these guys first. And then at the end, because first of all, Witten walked out on us. He walked out during the draft. We didn't know nothing. He just left, which kind of put us in a bad situation. And now all of a sudden he coming back, and the guys that bust their butt got to take a back seat to a guy that, and once again, I'm not dogging Witten, man. I love him for everything he did. I just think the Cowboys handled it wrong. I just think more guys that was there last year, grit and grind, getting hurt, deserved to be paid before Witten got a dime. Like, the guys love him, but you think D-Law, like, wait a minute, this guy wasn't even here last year, and he got a, and I understand people like, well, it's only 3.5. Only 3.5. That's a lot of money when you got multiple guys. We got to pay Amari Cooper.
Yep, that's true.
So, my final thing was we should have handled more business first, and then we should have came back to Witten. That's what I got about it. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey, do y'all mind if I go real quick now? I'm ready to talk. Did I just hear fifth quarter? You know I love you, baby, but did I just hear $3.5 million was a lot of money in the National Football League?
It's a lot of money. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That is not a lot of money. The Dallas Cowboys have $51 million in cap space, including the signing of Jason Witten. Okay, $3.5 million is $3 to somebody that makes $1 million. Okay, we're talking about $51 million cap space, and 3.5 of that is a lot of money. No, sir. I think the Chris Jones, the punter, makes more than that. And that's a punter making more than the legend, the GOAT, Jason Witten. Now, getting into the question at hand, Jason Witten. Even if there was a question, I know we're just talking about Jason Witten in general, but let me tell you something, man. How can you say, or anybody, I'm not singling anybody out when I say the word you, but how can you say that progress is going to be stopped on younger guys, but the inconsistency of a tight end position was at first, I'm going to say during like the first 8 weeks of this year, were really hurting the Dallas Cowboys. Jeff Swaim's a free agent, and he's not going to be a Dallas Cowboy. Jason Witten coming back justifies that right there. Then you look at the younger guys, Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz, and you got Rico Gathers, who's probably not going to be with the Dallas Cowboys. The writing's on the wall. He will not fit in a Kellen Moore-style offense. And so you're looking at 3 tight ends here, and you're looking at a guy that's been doing it, going on his 16th NFL national season. Dalton Schultz will be coming to his second year. Jarwin's going to be coming to his third year. And if these guys haven't figured out what the amount of playing time they got in the course of 16 games, there's a problem there. So why not bring a guy in who has played that position, as DJ stated, 15 years in the National Football League, going on 16. You cannot stop progress if they are struggling. So might as well take out all the teachers out of school and hand them laptops and say, here you go get your education, because that's what they're doing with the tight end position when you don't have no veteran present things. And Jason Witten is one of the best to do it. He has an option route. It's called the Y option. And Dalton Schultz, if you look at Dalton Schultz and you look at Jason Witten, they're almost like they're standing in a mirror with each other. If Jason Witten can teach anything to Dalton Schultz, minus being a leader in the locker room and on that field, because that's another tangible Jason Witten can bring, and that's what this team needs. Somebody that's been through the grit, the up and downs, and never won a championship, and still willing to put on a football helmet, entering his 16th year and ready to go to battle with his brothers. If Jason Witten can instill that in Dalton Schultz, and I'm not saying he don't have it now, but if he can instill that in Dalton Schultz, Jason Witten, $3.5 million was worth it. And I love the move. You can't stop progress of guys that's played a whole year and one game. I know fifth quarter Cowboys brought up that one game with 3 touchdowns, 120 yards receiving out of Blake Jarwin. But where was that in 16 games? He played 16 games, and out of 15, I'm not satisfied. That's not enough. That is not enough. And Jason Witten is what this team needs. And whoever wants to take it over, I digress.
No, we'll take it over. I think my Cowboys family wants to chat about this.
For sure, because, again, Jason Witten, old man Witt. Let me see. We're almost.
We got you.
There we go.
Yeah, baby. You go.
All right. So, look, the reality is he's, I feel like he's really in there to do one job and mainly one job, and that's block. And the Cowboys have stars in their eyes for Jason Witten. They see Jason Witten as he was. You guys remember the way that they described him leaving an LVE? Coming onto the field, like they were seeing like Jason Witten reincarnated in front of them, this young blonde, like The way he described him was so romantic. Like the Cowboys love Jason Witten the way that they love Jason Garrett. And seeing him leave, seeing Romo leave, like they want him to come. If there's any way that he would come back, they would want to do it. We heard rumors like around Thanksgiving. Do you guys remember that when we heard like, oh, maybe they tried to get Jason Witten back? Obviously, nothing worked out, but obviously there was something going on there. They were talking and they were like, all right, let's just see what happens. Again, the reality is we're right. We don't know what a Kellen Moore offense looks like. And I'm not sure how much decision making he had there. Like, I don't feel like Kellen Moore was the one that said, let's bring back Jason Witten. I feel like Jerry Jones said, we're bringing back Jason Witten. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, if it's true that he's not going to be playing like a full set of snaps, and he's going to be getting like 25 snaps, which is still a lot, but if the Cowboys do limit his snap count, then obviously they're forced to use their other tight ends. I mean, they can't not use Jarwin and Schultz. But the reality is, I mean, you guys both said it, DJ, DCFN, both of these guys are taking a step back when Witten takes the field. And Witten, literally in his entire career, has never been able to successfully share the field with any other tight end in the sense of another guy's developing under him or something. Like he's always kind of like overpowered them or overtaken them. And he's been proud about it. I mean, the Cowboys brag about that. They're like, Jason was so good. He just won't even let us develop any other guys. Right. And then he leaves, and then we're screwed.
Well, and you guys see the other side of the coin here, because I'm gonna disagree with DJ for the most part, not everything, and I'm gonna disagree with a little bit of DCFN, but I agree more with DCFN. And again, less with you here, maybe on this, because here's the thing, okay? And there's two sides to this, in my opinion, but. Listen, first and foremost, we know we can't trust Jerry Jones, right? But he said that today, that Jason Witten is not going to be a progress stopper. Now, that's number one. Number two, Tyler Eifert. All right, let's be real. Everybody heard the Tyler Eifert talk with the tight end and all that stuff. We all heard that. This stops that talk. All right, now you got a guy who fits. The Cowboys are going to do what the Cowboys are going to do, right? We all know this. They're going to do whatever the hell they want to do. So in the end, going with Witten over Tyler Eifert, and again, you guys can throw your opinions on that as well. But in my opinion, I think that Eifert might get you 5 games. He's going to get, he's going to be $4 to $6 million, and he's got to learn the system. You don't even know if he's going to be good to go. I'd rather, in this situation, the Cowboys got. If you tell me take this guy or that guy, I'd rather the Cowboys go 1 year with Witten. And again, to me, Witten, this is a different kind of situation for Witten. It's not like in the past. You say he was the kind of guy that took over. Martellus Bennett situation was kind of blew up.
I think we'd end up paying Tyler Eifert more than 3.5 possibly.
Right.
So
and again, remember,
we got Witten cheaper.
Witten can get up to $5 million, but if he gets $5 million, I mean, he is doing a good job. And I expect him to be a stopgap kind of bridge player for the Cowboys. Here's what he does for us at tight end. He makes it so that now we're going to still run. How many times do we run 12 personnel? How many times? Much love to the people out there here. But how many times we run 12 personnel? A lot. We want to
way too much.
12 personnel is 2 tight ends. And so whether it's a lot or not, we're going to do it. That's Jason Garrett's like kind of core thing. 11, 12, 13 personnel. You're going to see Witten out there. You're going to see Blake Jarwin out there. You're going to see Dalton Schultz out there. I don't know about Rico. Yeah, I don't know what else is going to. The Cowboys still, Jerry Jones said, they're still, because draft, again, this could all be talk, but, they let things slip out all the time. They're still looking at tight end for the 58th pick in the draft.
I mean, maybe what Stephen Jones said and Jerry Jones said is true in the sense Stephen Jones said they're looking pretty early for a tight end in the draft. Maybe they do that as well. Maybe because they also made a free agent move,
right?
Sort of. I guess I don't know if Witten would be considered a free agent.
I mean, he's technically a free agent. Look, in the end, you look at the money, you look at the snaps, 3.5, maybe 5 million. You get 25 snaps, but you're going to see some plays. You're going to have double tight ends, and they're going to be Blake Jarwin, and it's going to be Dalton Schultz. It's not going to be Jason Witten every time. And again, okay, you might say, well, wasted money. Well, but when you get those, and I'm going to say this in this way, Jason Witten, do you trust him more than you do, let's say, Blake Jarwin when it comes to, an intangible? I do. At this point, even I know that. Do you think Jason Witten can find the open spot in the defense, even though slow as a damn turtle? Better than Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin, when he finds it, he's going to do more damage, right? But he's got to find it first. I think that is the first step. So this little bridge in between is going to give the Cowboys a chance to see if it's worth to keep, Blake Jarwin for the long term, or to keep going on that Blake Jarwin kind of experiment, we can say, since 2017 when we pulled him off the practice squad so the Eagles wouldn't get him. Last year we tried to put him into a bigger role, and you guys know, you know, he did pretty good at the last game of the year. And again, it's a good starting point, but with Witten there guiding him a little bit more this year than any year in the past for Witten, with any other tight end he's ever dealt with. This will be, I think, the Cowboys know. He knows what the job is going to entail for this season. It's a one-year deal, and again, I think that he will get some of those intangible play. We talk about Dak's intangibles. And Dak is young, we got it. But Witten still, he's got the veteran, you know, he doesn't have the physical ability, but he's got the mental IQ, football IQ to find the spot and get you 5-6 yards and fall down to the ground like a roach, like a turtle on his back. You know, I don't care. Just get us. He's got the hands. He's still going to make the catches. All right. He's not going to drop them like Blake Jarwin dropped a couple. My point is that I know we got to develop tight ends. But the Cowboys don't feel that these guys are the tight ends. That's why they keep talking about tight end, drafting tight ends, tight end. So if that's the case, you got a year to kind of say, let's draft something else, maybe, or go and maybe figure somewhere else, and not worry about a fourth tight end or another veteran leadership voice in the locker room, which we have a lot already. I like Dak and Zeke leading the team, and Cooper. But now we got and some of the alignment. But now we got a veteran that's been there, like DCFN said. Been there for a long term, and been through it all. So they're hungry. He sees something that's missing. He did a shitty job of broadcasting. Let's be real. That's the thing that really kind of closed the deal on this. And they were talking in midseason. Listen, he's with the Cowboys now. He's repping the star. I think he can help this team. And again, he's not a savior. He's not the Super Bowl answer. He's none of that stuff. But I think that he can help. Can he help the Cowboys? The answer is yes. And I think he can help the Cowboys more than some of the other names we mentioned. And again, we'll go from there as far as the future is concerned. But this is a one-year thing, and this also shows me the Cowboys want to win now. Now they want to win, and that's a good sign for Cowboy fans. For myself, when Witten left us last year, all of us here at this roundtable were like, "Damn, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?" Yeah, even with slow-ass Witten, we still kind of wanted his input.
I think it was more the suddenness of it too. Had we had an idea it was coming, at least again we could assume the Cowboys were preparing for him to leave. Anyway, those are our final thoughts. I mean, definitely want to hear what 1980 has to say.
There's two of us, so you get double time. Sorry, guys. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Good job. Hey, everybody has very respectable points. Nobody's wrong. This is one of those situations where this is a test where you can pick all of the above. A, B, C, and D is right. There's so many things to look at. Fifth quarter hit on some things. Football news hit on some things. My Cowboys family hit on some things. Everybody's right about this Jason Witten. Whether it's positive or negative, it's right. I'm more of I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like I said on DJ's Fifth Quarter Cowboys stream yesterday. Everybody knows. We know Jason Witten is slow. We know he's aging. We know he's older. We know he's all those things. But what I can say about Jason Witten is he's consistent. He's been a consistent target for us, and we struggled. We struggled so much on third and fourth down where we could have went for it a lot of times on fourth down, and in the red zone and the goal line. That's where we struggled. That had a lot to do with vanilla play calling from Linehan and et cetera. But I think with Witten in the mix, Witten is at an age where he doesn't have to start. He don't care about really starting. He just want to do what he can to help the team. Now, regardless of how we feel about it, he's still going to do it. He's not going to go back on, his word. To him, it seems like he maybe can play a little bit more. He might got maybe 1 or 2 years left in him. He didn't have a good time, as a greater time in the booth. I thought he was okay, but, God bless him on that. He still thinks he got some gas in the tank, and I can't blame him. I mean, put yourself in his shoes. If you had something left and you love the game and you want to try to help this young Cowboy team out, cool. Hey, come on back. Now, you got to remember, he's not a wide receiver. He's not a running back. He's a tight end. He's one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. I think he's all-time 4th in receptions or something like that. He attacks tight ends and slot receivers. And I said this yesterday. They attack the weakest parts of a passing defense, not running defense, passing defense. And that's the middle of the field. Now say, hey, he can't stretch the field, though. He's too slow. Okay, we don't need him to stretch the field. We got Amari Cooper for that now. Then we got Amari Cooper and gave up that first-round draft pick. We got Michael Gallup. He can stretch the field too. Hell, Zeke can come out of the backfield and catch long passes and stretch the field. Cole Beasley, if he sticks around, hopefully he will. Hopefully Jason Witten to get it under his ear, in his head, and stop him from rapping and all that stuff. Jason Witten brings a presence, a positive presence in the locker room. That's the most important part. A lot of these young guys, they need a positive influence, a positive presence. And when that's not there, what I always say, DJ, I always say you need there's always that old dog in the backyard. You got little young puppies running around barking at you when you walk by. But there's always that old dog in the backyard to say, hey, you know better not. I'm not going to bark, but you know better not to come over this fence. You get what I'm saying? But we don't even stretch the field. All we need is for Dak Prescott to have a safety blanket. Now, does he need one? We don't know. The new season, they're supposed to get better from last season. But he's just always been a consistent target on third down. And that's something that we've been missing. And there's no Cowboy fan out there that can argue with that. We struggled last year. We did on third down and fourth down. We could have went for it in 4th and 3 or something like that. But we just weren't aggressive last year, especially in the red zone. And I think he'll help out that situation. Now, I will say for the other fan bases out there that are now we have our voices and opinions about situations. We can do that. We're Cowboy fans. Obviously, we're gonna say, oh, we don't want him. Oh, we do. We're gonna say those things. Everybody's saying, oh, from other fan bases, oh, well, he's slow, he's this, he's that, he's this. Y'all suck. Jason Witten's still gonna suck. If he's that bad, if he's slow, if he's this and he's that, why are you so worried about it? You get me? I mean, let that be our problem. I just wanted to get that out there before we move on to the next topic. Let that be our problem, guys. We got this. Let us handle this. If he's slow, if he's holding back progression from the backup tight ends, because who's to say they're not going to still start? Jordan might still get out there and start. Who knows? They got 2 tight end sets, tight ends in motions and things like that. But let us worry about that. Now, if he sucks and as the year progresses and he looks like he's a waste of time, trust me, we're gonna be pissed and we're gonna lash it out on YouTube. But until then, we just gotta pump our brakes a little bit and see what happens. This is another one of those things where we gotta see what happens and how it irons out, because we don't know yet. All we can go off is last year before, when we had him. But we just gotta see. It's just like the Kellen Moore thing. We're all kind of pissed off about that, but that's one thing we gotta see. We gotta see how it works, man.
Absolutely. No, you hit the money on the head right there, 1980. That wraps up the Jason Witten talk. Definitely don't want to beat a dead horse unless anybody has a rebuttal to anything somebody just said. If not, then we'll go over to the most important free agent signing on a Dallas Cowboy roster this year. If somebody picks one that you were going to pick, let's pick somebody different so we don't beat a dead horse here. So if my Cowboy family wants to start off, who is the most important free agent on the Dallas Cowboy roster right now that the Dallas Cowboys have to lock up?
Good question.
I mean, I've said it before. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I keep saying it. Until we lock in Tank, the Cowboys can't really figure out what the rest of this team is going to look like. And again, with Irving and with
are we talking Cowboy free agents, or are we talking about all free agents?
Good point.
Cowboy free agents. Cowboy free agents.
Yeah, so Tank, again, I feel like this team can't really start doing anything until they figure out what the situation with Tank is, what his numbers are, because pretty much from there, all the rest of the numbers kind of start breaking down. I mean, seems like Dak is going to be getting signed at some point, maybe. So it looks like they're working out those numbers. But again, I still feel like they can't quite pin a number on Dak until they figure out what they're going to do with Tank. And whether we like it or not, I feel like that is kind of a delicate situation, and it's only made worse because of our, yes, because of stupid Irving Gregory. I'm still kind of pissed off about that, just because of the fact that Tank just got like extra money because these two guys effed up. Let's be real. So
hurt our team.
Great for him, yeah. But
cap and everything, yeah.
So to me, again, Tank, like everything right now, off season wise, starts and ends with Tank. I say DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this, guys. We gotta pick different people, right? So I think Tank is a primary target. I think that is 100% right. I think for the reasons you mentioned, especially with the additions of all the issues that we have at the defensive, 3-tech with Irvin gone and now with Gregory gone. So, anyways, whether or not these other guys step up, I don't know. But I think that the biggest contract outside of Tank would be Dak Prescott. Yes, I wanted to say I want to see more, and I wasn't happy with the first half of his season. I wasn't happy with the first half of the season, but I want to say this: the intangibles. I gotta say, again, you made me pick somebody else, right? The intangibles to me warrant that, and it warrants it in the same reason his fiance was saying it in the middle of the season that the earlier you sign him, the better deal you're going to get. And the Cowboys are. Here's the thing: I'm trying to be realistic here. The Cowboys are going to sign Dak Prescott for long term. This is a fact. This is a fact we all have to accept. Right or wrong, good or bad, like it or not, that's what it's going to be. So you look at Dak right now, right? You look at the people in front. If he signs a 6-year extension or so, right, for $85 million guaranteed. Guaranteed is the big number here, guys. Guaranteed is the big number. So if this is an estimate, right? It could be $205 million. I don't care. If only 85 is guaranteed. My point is, in the end, it's going to break down to what? Like 27, 28, 29, 30 million. I'm just throwing numbers out. I'm overestimating. But you got Russell Wilson and Martin Mariota becoming free agents 2020, 2021. You got Kirk Cousins, Cam Newton, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Andy Dalton. And in 2022, you got Trubisky, Mahomes, Andrew Luck, Deshaun Watson. My point is, if you wait any longer, it's just going to be more expensive. I'm convinced with the intangibles, and hopefully that this whole team is kind of being formed, not around Jason Garrett, maybe a little more around Kellen Moore than we believe or we even want to believe, but it's also being built around, even more than Zeke, I'd say it's being built around Dak Prescott. And so that's why he's a bargain right now at $26 million. And again, in the end, Tank is the primary target, in my opinion. You told me to go someone else. I love Zeke. But in this situation, the quarterback with the intangibles, I'm going Dak. What do you guys think?
Well, fifth quarter Cowboys signed up, probably having technical difficulties. Oh, there he is. Crowded, you want to go? So far, we got Lawrence and we got Prescott.
What? Yeah, I'll go. I'm just gonna stick with the free agents, man. We got who's all on the list? I know Tavon on the list, Beasley, D-Law, Cameron Fleming,
Byron Jones, Zeke.
Byron Jones. No, they aren't free agents though, are they?
Not free agents. True.
Yeah. You said the biggest free agent then you football news or just anybody?
The free agents, sir. The free agents, okay. And we can't duplicate our answers. So so far, Prescott he is eligible for a contract this year. So I guess we'll count that. And my Cowboys fiance brought up Tank Lawrence.
Well, you probably can't help but duplicate your answer if everybody think the same person needs to be signed. The biggest free agent is probably your most productive player, or the biggest guy you need to worry about is your. Look, I'm gonna say something very unpopular right now, man, and it's probably gonna make the chat go crazy on me. I'm not head over heels about just trying to hurry up and pay DeMarcus Lawrence. I just gotta be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna tell you why. My opinion only. Here's why. We signed D-Law in 2014. He had a game where he did pretty good. He screwed up a fumble. Then he got one back, which ended the game. After that, he was kind of quiet. He had an injury, he had a suspension, all that good stuff. 2017 was really the year where he kind of stepped up. He lost the weight. He kind of got himself into good shape. And He stepped up 14 and a half sacks, maybe 14, something like that. I saw a couple games last year where DeMarcus Lawrence didn't even touch the quarterback. I don't care about holding. I don't care about double teaming. You want elite money, you got to be an elite player. Is he very good? Yes, because he's very athletic and he's very fast. But Randy Gregory hadn't played football in 2 years and came back and got 6 sacks. D-Law only got 4.5 more sacks than Randy Gregory, and Randy ain't played football in 2 years. So it's the thing that happens is we miss something for so long that when we get something close to it, we go head over heels. We ain't had a pass rusher that good since DeMarcus Ware, and the fact that Tank Law is balling and flashing the way he is, it makes us just go overboard with it. I don't want to give this guy a boatload of money. Now, you want to keep a guy like DeMarcus Lawrence, but the way everybody acting like he's just this almighty pass rusher, that's not true. Jared Goff didn't get touched one time, man. Andrew Luck didn't get touched one time. Them guys could have folded their jerseys back up and put them back on the shelf. They didn't even get touched. So is he probably your biggest free agent that you need to sign? Probably so, but you can't break the bank. You can't back the Brinks truck up for him. I'm not head over heels about it. It's just you just gotta pay him. But the way he carries on, wearing the T-shirt about he need his money and all that, like, man, look, man, you got 10.5 sacks. You only got 4.5 more sacks than a guy who ain't played football in 2 years, man. You ain't did nothing spectacular. It's just the fact that we ain't had that in so long that it looked very spectacular. It really wasn't, man. Just my opinion. So I would like to keep Tavon. I wouldn't say he the biggest, but man, Football News was talking earlier, and he talked about how Tavon kicked it up in the playoffs. And man, Tavon is a guy you need on kick return or punt return, man. The Seahawks didn't really know what to do when we put Tavon out there. So Tavon is a guy you kind of want to bring back, man. The guy just got to stay healthy, man. And other than that, I don't know. I don't give a damn about Cole Beasley. It is what it is. But in my opinion, our special team has been hurt. We ain't been getting nothing. So you really got to bring. If you're not gonna draft a speedy guy, you got to bring back Tavon. But I'm just giving my reason on why D-Law is probably the only, because he's the only biggest name on there. I would like to sign a couple guys back. To be honest, I would like to sign D-Law, Tavon, Damian Wilson, Laudersur, of course. That's the GOAT. Laudersur ain't going nowhere. I would like to bring him back. I think they got to choose between Jeff Swain and Rico. It's probably be Rico going to be gone. But I don't know. I don't want David Irvin back. So there's a couple of people I want to bring back. I'm hoping they bring back Damian Wilson, for the depth or whatever, special teams or whatnot. Tavon Austin and DeMarcus Lawrence. So I don't really have a really big, urgent free agent signing, but D-Law, Tavon, and Damian Wilson, in my opinion, and ALP.
What you got in 1980? I'll let you go, then I'll go. What you got in 1980?
My bad. Here I go. It's a tough one, man. I think I got to agree with DJ on this one. I like Austin. You need a speedy guy in there. He's an X factor. I would like to see him come back. I'm just worried about how injury prone he's kind of delicate. Cole Beasley, I would love him to stick around because he knows the playbook and everything. He knows he's got that experience. But if you're not there, if you're not all there here, you're not going to be all there on the field. He wants to get paid like a wide receiver, and no slot receiver is going to get unless you're, play for the Patriots or something like that, unless you're David Edelman or something like that. Irvin, you can find a lot of these guys. The thing with this, I'm going to just go in there like this. I'm not going to go down each one. A lot of these guys that are upcoming free agents, some you bring, some you can let go, some you bring back. A lot of these guys, you can find them in training. In the draft. You just got to be able to coach them up to that.
Exactly.
You got to be able to coach him up. And that's been the Dallas Cowboys problem probably since Jimmy Johnson. We haven't been able to develop players. And if we do, we don't know how to hold on to them. We let them go. You got if there are some Cole Beasley, there's some David Irvings, there's some D-Laws. I like D-Law. I would love to have him back. But you got to be there here first. You can't be on Instagram and all this stuff. I'm talking about show me the money and all this stuff, man. We ain't won no Super Bowl yet. You got to win Super Bowls. You got to win playoff games. You got to be consistent in postseason play in order to start running your mouth. You can't run your mouth. These young guys that get on here and run their mouth too damn much, and it just doesn't make any sense. They mouth just like the police shoot first and ask questions second. They talk first and ask questions second. They don't even think before they run their mouth. They just run their mouths, period. And I just don't get it. We have to figure out a way to get a good guy to the draft and stick with him and coach him. All this alternating, nobody's going to learn. And that's back with the Jason Witten thing. We had 3 tight ends. Rico, me and DJ had high hopes for him. He just didn't. But when Witten comes back, I believe it's gonna kind of just a little bit mess up the flow of Jarring and Schultz, because they were coming along, like seriously. But with Jason Witten there, it's gonna be a little different. But they're stars in the draft. We just gotta draft smart, draft wise, and figure out how to develop these guys. We gotta develop now. Coaching is one thing, but development is a totally different subject. It's a totally different ballgame. Jimmy Johnson knew how to develop players, and when we had a lot of good players, there was no salary cap back then, obviously. But you have to be a father figure to these guys and develop them. If they don't want to play, if they want to run their mouths and all that stuff, there's the door. Everybody, and I should make a T-shirt that says this, everybody is replaceable. Like, seriously, there's nobody that's not replaceable unless you Deion or Joe Montana or something, or Bo Jackson back in the day or something, like one-of-a-kind type guy. But there are no guys on this team like that. So you have to earn what you work for. And it's out there, but you just got to be a go-getter. I would love to see D-Law come back. I would love to see Beasley come back. These are the pieces that we kind of need right now. See, we're there. We're there. We're getting into the playoffs. We're taking control of the NFC East. And we're going through steps with Dak and Zeke and all that stuff. They're the most important pieces of the offense. And we have to figure out a way to keep the rotation positive as far as who we keep and who we let go. I'm probably going off the subject here, but I really don't want to get into who to keep and who this, because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know. I don't even know the free agent list all the way. I just know, guys, I don't know. Just y'all can take it over from here.
All right. My guy, I mean, it's a pretty important free agent re-sign here that the Dallas Cowboys have on the list. And my guy is Cameron Fleming. You look at Tyron Smith's health. You want to talk about, Jason Witten being slow and old. Tyron Smith he's young, but his body's about 37 years old, and he might not give you 16 games anymore. And what I seen from Cameron Fleming was something to appreciate, because we seen Chaz Green fill in for hurt offensive linemen, and it was a nightmare for our quarterback Dak Prescott. And now you can go into the draft and if you look needs versus priorities, and safety's a priority. Hell, even another linebacker might be a priority. Offensive lineman's a priority. But where are you going to draft these guys at? Cameron Fleming's experience of right tackle, left tackle is something that you can't devalue in the National Football League. Because Tyron Smith, I'm going to say this again, will not give you 16 games anymore. Cameron Fleming is an important signing this offseason, because I don't trust a rookie. We drafted Chaz Green in the 3rd round. I'm not saying every offensive lineman in the 3rd round is trash, But recent history shows you that Cowboys' third round offensive lineman ain't that good. So I'm iffy there. If that makes any sense to anybody out there, Cameron Fleming is an important signing this off season. That's
Hey,
mine, guys.
that's a great one, bro. Hey, that's another good one. I think Joe Thomas, another guy we got to look into signing linebacker. Sorry, guys, this is Dallas Cowboys football. This is thank you, Dallas Cowboys. This is my Cowboys family. And again, I think that Joe Thomas linebacker, some depth there. And I think another guy we kind of missed. He's not really a free agent, but to extend him again, Amari Cooper, $14 million this year, and he's going to get, if he gets a long term, it's probably about 17. But I'm just saying, and again, another guy who might sit out, Zeke. You know what I'm saying? So again, a lot of guys talk about. Anyway, I give it back to the. Keep feeding him, man. Hey, go ahead, man. You guys take over again. Sorry, I just want to throw in a couple more names out there.
If anybody wants to rebuttal, now's your chance.
Nah, I'm good, man. Just glad to hear everybody's opinion. I'm just glad to hear everybody's opinion about it, man. Everything sounds good. No rebuttal over here. I'm good.
All right, moving on. I don't want to talk about draft yet. We still got free agencies to go through. But looking at other team free agents that they could lose, Earl Thomas is now in consideration of a free agent. So I will talk about Earl Thomas because it's that time now. Last year, I would not talk about it because he was still under contract with the team that I knew that was not going to trade him. So to start off discussion, any free agents, realistically, not dreaming, daydreaming, nothing like that, realistically, that anybody knows of that could help this team win and win now. Fifth quarter Cowboys, are you willing to go first?
Yes, sir. First of all, there's a couple of things we got to look at. Defensive line, defensive tackles. I don't know any names. Sorry, pardon me. I'm just gonna say put like this. I'm gonna say positions we need to look at in free agency. Defense, true one techs. I don't know if there are any out there free right now, but that's a position that we need to really be looking at. I like Antoine Woods and what he do, but we need a guy who really, really is a true one tech. Me and 98 always make the joke, man. Big old fat sloppy triple cheeseburger eating motherfucker that could clog up that middle without even trying, just sitting there just blocking it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need, man.
Yes, sir.
I like the athletic guys, but man, you need a big old fat joker, man. Like can't keep his damn pants up in the middle. I'm talking about clogging up that hole, man, to stop that run, man. That's what you need, man. And it's just so hard to find because a lot of these guys are coming in so small now. We saw how Connor Witten came in very small and he looked it okay, but he just got to put some size on him. He got pushed back so much. He got to put some size on him, and that's my main thing. Football news, me and you constantly went at it about how I wasn't into Xavier Woods at first, but man, oh man, boy, did he change my mind real quick. Xavier Woods, man, that kid can be something. No, I don't want Earl Thomas. I'm gonna get that out of the way right now. He's a diva, prima donna. He want to be the highest paid safety in the NFL. Come on, man, give me a damn break, man. You just snapped the same leg twice, man. You're 30 years old. You got a damn attitude. You flipped off your whole team. And it puzzled me that Cowboy Nation talked about it was time for Dez Bryant to go because of his attitude and the way he handled situations. But y'all want Earl Thomas, who clearly goes out in public and talked about his team, goes to the Cowboys locker room and says, "Come and get me," while wearing a Seahawks jersey, then flips off his whole organization who has paid him $56 million since he's been in the NFL. $56 million. So miss me with that Earl Thomas shit. I don't care nothing about Earl Thomas. I don't care if he come to Dallas or not, man. it's not gonna be what y'all think. Every time we get these one-hit wonder, these good players, we think they're gonna do something. We did it with Pac-Man, we did it with T.O., we did it with Greg Hardy. We constantly do it, man. It's more than that. Y'all got to understand that a winning effort takes more than just the players. You just saw that with the Rams. Sean McVay got out coached. Bill Belichick put a spanking on him. You know what I'm saying? And they had, one of the best running back, offensive line, defensive line. The Rams loaded, man. It takes more than that. So don't think Earl Thomas is gonna come in here and you're gonna see Super Bowl, man. It don't work like that. If true Cowboy fans was really pissed about the way Dez Bryant handled things on the field, you don't want Earl Thomas because he's gonna be the same goddamn way. He's not gonna change because just his jersey did. He's not. What you want to do is get Xavier Woods to, an elite player. That dude's a thumper, good player, man. I gave him hell at the beginning of the season, but I'm on the Xavier Woods train right now. I like X Woods, man. Now we can't do something about what's the guy name? Jeff Heath? I don't say get rid of him, but in my opinion, bring Barry Church back. You can get it for cheap. He ain't got no job. Ain't nobody even looking at him. Bring Barry Church back. He's a company guy. He don't talk. He's a family man. Keeps his mouth closed. Go to work. Does his damn job. Barry Church wasn't that bad. He got an interception on Aaron Rodgers, I think, twice with us. Barry Church is all right. Jacksonville just needed a scapegoat on defense, so they let him go. I like Barry Church, but y'all guys don't want y'all don't want Earl Thomas, man. Like, he's a bigger. Dez Bryant never flipped off nobody publicly. All the crap Earl Thomas did. I don't even see how y'all think y'all want him, man. Like, I just nah. So, in my opinion, bro, to answer your question, free agency, defensive line, we need a true one tech. If there's one out there available, I would prefer a veteran than bringing in a new guy. I would prefer a veteran than bringing in a new guy. My bad, y'all. A veteran, then bringing in a new guy, and safety. So for me, it's defensive. I'm not worried about wide receiver. Mark Cooper, Michael Gallup. I like those guys. Of course, we got Zeke, Prescott, he really kicked it up towards the end of the season. So I'm kind of satisfied on that line. Now, to go back to what you said, football news about the Cam Fleming, I would like that re-signing too. Y'all know what I said last year about Tyron Smith, and the whole chat blew up on me, man. But in my opinion, those two positions, safety, and defensive tackle, that's what I got for a free agent.
My Cowboys family. Free agents outside Dallas Cowboys you would like to see come in realistically.
Yeah.
All right. So since there's actually two of us, I'm going to do one. Fiance will do the other. But for me personally, I'm thinking a little outside the box here, guys. We all saw Brett Maher this season, right? All right. That's it. No more words need to be said. If we're really trying to be serious about a Super Bowl run, Brett Maher needs to get out. So I'm not, he's not Money Maher. He's, I don't know. Not today's
missing Maher.
Yeah. So there you go. So I say, let's bring in, I know he's a little old, but Matt Bryant, former kicker for the Atlanta Falcons. I know, again, he's a free agent now. I know he's a little bit on the older side, but he's very consistent, very accurate. He's healthy, too. Again, the Falcons, I think there's more
he was hurt last year for a little bit, but he's okay now. The point is he's older, but he's accurate inside the 50. That's a good point. A little expensive, but yeah, that's if you want to shore up the kicking game.
That's who I say. So what do you think, baby?
I have a couple different suggestions. I don't have to pick one.
You gotta pick one. Just stick with one.
I'm gonna pick more than one. But all right, it's gonna pick more than one. But here's the thing. I gotta touch on what DJ said. Danny Shelton for sure. He said defensive tackle, one tech. Danny Shelton, he's formerly of the Cleveland Browns. Now now with New England. Now he's a free agent. He's a guy we can probably get for under $6. He'd be a good 6, 7. He'd be a good inside. He could probably play 3, but okay, one tech guy big guy. You guys might know him. Got his hair coming out in the back. And anyways, Danny Shelton would be a good run-stuffing one tech to rotate with Antoine Woods. So that'd be a good player right there, I think, money-wise, affordable. Another position nobody's talked about, scat back, that third down running back. I mean, Duke Johnson is the guy I'm looking at, formerly of the Cleveland Browns. All right, they're not picking up his option. So he's a free agent now. This guy's affordable. He's like $2 million. This guy can run, and he's a harder run than you might think. And he also he has what, like 70 catches out the backfield last year? I don't know. The guy is a third down machine. Get him, Dallas. All right, I'm gonna say he's affordable. Again, I got you two guys. One guy's a little more Danny Shelton, the one tech defensive tackle. I'm giving you running back, scat back, Duke Johnson. Trust me, this guy's a good. If you play fantasy football, you know what I'm talking about, especially in PPR leagues. And then if you want to go safety, I believe the Cowboys have to go safety in free agency. Earl Thomas is the nice pick, and I was not against it because when I heard that he would be getting less than Landon Collins initially, I was like, all right, if I'm not championing him the way I didn't champion Witten coming back, but if he's here, he's repping the star, $9 million, $9.5 million. I'm in with that. With Landon Collins getting 9.5 or 10, right? But now he wants 13.5 million.
Oh no, actually no, guys. Let's redo that. Last number I heard today was actually Earl Thomas wants $15 million a year. So
hey guys, forget about that shit.
Bye.
That's a waste of money. I'm telling you. And again, not because he's bad. I'm just saying because the money does not
too much.
Exactly. And so now you look at Landon Collins in a new light. He's a strong safety, as DJ said. Xavier Woods we love Xavier Woods since he was a rookie last year. I've been calling him that he's going to have one of those progression years. He's the 6th overall ranked safety in PFF by being thrown at. All right, so when he's been thrown at, quarterback ratings are 62.8% or some shit. Crap. He's the 6th highest. He's tied with Eric Weddle. He's better than Derwin James when it comes to when he's thrown at in coverage. So Xavier Woods is solid. I don't want to see him losing time because of Earl Thomas, and he probably wouldn't lose that much time. But I think we need Jeff Heath as the backup swing safety, so to speak. And I think we can get someone, again, Landon Collins is another name, might be too pricey, but he's a strong safety. He's good in zone coverage, something that Jeff Heath is trash at. Let's be real. He's trash at all kind of coverage, but zone is worse. So Landon Collins is not a good man cover guy. So there's an issue there, but you might not need him in man. Look, Xavier Woods is a much better man cover guy. And then if you don't like any of these names, what about Adrian Amos, number 38 from the Chicago Bears? I think he's a guy that's kind of can be in that affordable range, $6-7 million. He's a free, strong safety, kind of versatile type player. Versatility, something the Cowboys love. So he's a strong safety, free safety, but we'll play strong safety for the Cowboys if he comes from Chicago. And I think he'd be another good piece if you want to go a little cheaper. That's all I got to say.
Well, my Cowboys fan, that's why I said pick one, because you already said two that I was going to say. But I was going to break mine down just a little bit more here. Duke Thomas or Duke Johnson was one of my picks as a scat back, like you said, I like Rod, but he's too much of a high runner, and he doesn't complement Zeke as good as we think he does. And if he did, Zeke wouldn't get 90% of the damn touches if Rod Smith complimented Ezekiel Elliott like we think he does, but he doesn't. My other one, guys, I don't watch teams play. I only watch the teams that play my Cowboys, and I've been watching this guy play my Dallas Cowboys 2 times a year, and his name's Landon Collins. And I'll tell you how you pay him for his first year being in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. Landon Collins is who I'm speaking of. And forget 30 years old, 2 broke legs, just because he represents the Lone Star State. I represent the Lone Star State, but you don't see the Dallas Cowboys side of me. Earl Thomas, no thank you. And I'm talking about him because there's a possibility. But Landon Collins, guys, this is what you do. This is how you free up money to sign Landon Collins. You ready? You sign Cameron Fleming back. You put him at the right tackle. You cut Lyle Collins' ass, and you get rid of Sean Lee. That money right there gets you Landon Collins. Sean Lee's going to be in a backup role. Lyle Collins is going to hurt your football team. You get rid of those, you upgrade the position of need, and that, my friend, is Landon Collins. Huge fan of Landon Collins. I watch him 2 times a year. That right there is the most important free agent of opposing team that needs to be a Dallas Cowboy. Earl Thomas, you can kick rocks, sir, because guess what? How many years are you going to get out of Earl Thomas, who's 30 with 2 broke legs, versus a Landon Collins who is young and still in his prime? That is what we got to look at. All we're hearing is the name and not of the production side of it. That's all I got. 1980, please close this out on this subject.
All right, man. Y'all know how I'm about free agents. I don't like. I'm with DJ on the defensive tackle position. We got to get somebody in there that can clog up the middle. Since David Irvin don't want to act right, I like Grady Jarrett. He's a tackle out of Atlanta Falcons. 25 years old, still pretty young. 305. He's just 6 feet tall, but he's wide. He's a monster. He's a game wrecker in the inside. And I like this dude, man. He's a free agent. Falcons talking about making a deal with him, but they don't know what they're gonna do with him yet. And about the safety position, Earl Thomas. No, I never was really big on Earl Thomas. He's just too much baggage. I don't like baggage. When you come with baggage, you just it's just like giving somebody a ride home from the store and they got all these bags in their hand and you got a 2-seat, you in a Corvette and you're like, God damn, man, I thought you was going in for a stick of gum and you got all this damn bags of groceries. I ain't got nowhere to put them. It's only 2 seats. Earl Thomas has got too much going on, too many injuries. He's 30 years old. When he's healthy, he's the best safety in the league. But he just has a hard time staying healthy and he has too many behavioral issues. And then he wants too much money. He wants, just heard it through the grapevine today, he wants $15 million. I don't think so. That's out of the question for all the bags you got in your hand. I think Xavier Woods, X-Man, could be developed with giving the reps. Dallas have a hard time, here I go again talking about development, have a hard time giving guys reps. We got guys that are here, already here. We just got to figure out how to develop them. I like X Woods, but Landon Collins, the injuries scare me a little bit. He's a good cover guy, but he's a good zone coverage guy. But he's got some injury baggage there, and the age kind of scares me too. So I think if you got it young, and if you already got it on the team, just try to develop, man. Try to save some money and develop it. That's the best way to do it. Your Barry Church is available. My concern about the defense is tackle and safety. Everything else is pretty good. Everything else is okay. I see what people saying about that running back position behind Zeke. Ron Smith, I liked him. I had his back for so long. Me and Fifth Quarter Cowboys had his back for so long. He has an Eddie George style of running. He's a big target. He runs upright. He can't hit those holes like Zeke can. We're not looking for another Zeke, but we're looking for an impactful player to come in. I don't know any names on the running back list and free agents or whatever, but they really need to find somebody. Maybe they can find somebody in the draft. Who knows? There's a backup running back out there in the draft as well. Just a matter of him getting the reps. I don't want them to wear Zeke out. Zeke's already limping around, catching balls out of the backfield, being a blocker, taking on blocks, taking on linemen and play action and things like that. And he's coming in and out every other play, limping. You got to take care of your moneymaker, man. That's Zeke and Dak are your guys, and you got to be able to take care of them. And we got to bring somebody in that can carry the workload when the chips fall. Not saying the chips are going to fall, but, never know what can happen. But that's all I got, man.
Does anybody have any rebuttals? If not, I'm out of subject. If anybody got something else to talk about.
Yeah, I got something to say. I got 4 more names for you. I'm just messing with you, brother. Go ahead.
I bet you do.
I just wanted to agree with 1980 about Rod Smith. We have backed him up forever, man. We preached about Rod, man, and like both of y'all say, he's an upright runner. He's a powerful runner, but he cannot hit those holes to get loose and show his strength. The only time we truly saw him break loose was when he was out as a wide receiver and he called, I think, was a slant. I don't know routes. He called one. He took it to the house versus the New York Giants, and then he ran another one just because the Giants defense was defeating. I think he went for like 160 that game. But other than that, since being with the Cowboys, he really hadn't done much. When Zeke was out, he was doing okay. When Zeke was suspended, he was doing okay. But overall, we need that 1-2 punch, and Rod and Zeke ain't it. You know.
I was gonna. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all I want to say. Go ahead.
I have one more thing to say along those lines as well, because I was thinking, when I was saying, Scott back, kind of running back, Duke Johnson, that kind of guy, Duke Johnson Jr. When I was saying him, I'm thinking not a replacement for Rod Smith. I'm thinking him more just a guy we don't have. What I think we a replacement for Rod Smith is someone. How about a CJ Anderson type guy? A CJ Anderson guy. He's a free agent. I think he'd be a great 1-2 punch with Zeke.
I want to punch C.J. Anderson in the face. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
I want to punch him right in the damn face.
I'm being real here, though. I want to punch him in the face, but he can punch opponents in the face for us if he's the 1-2 punch. If you want, if Rod Smith, I like Rod Smith. We back him here as well. MCF for a long time, but if you gotta let him go, you gotta get someone like a C.J. Anderson there to bust some heads with 10 plays a game. You know what I mean? So
that's true. I thought about C.J. Anderson too. But I was so pissed off, like football news. I was so pissed off at him, man, because he ran our asses and he ran our defense in the ground. But our defense just struggled so much in that game, and we just couldn't figure him out. We got out-coached that game, man. Like seriously, we didn't really get out-played. We got out-coached, and that was a big upset in that game. The coaching really let us down in that game. Like seriously.
Absolutely. Nobody has any topics. MCF, where can they find you?
Much love, man. Thank you.
All right, guys. You guys can find us, of course, here at My Cowboys Family. Guys, we're live every day, news, info, updates. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear, again, Roundtables. Kicking off season 2.
It's a star, baby.
First of many again. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you, 1980, for hosting. Of course, thank you, all of you guys. DJ Crown J, Fifth Quarter Cowboys, DCFN for taking time out of your nights, hanging with us, talking Cowboys, and really, just looking forward to another good season. But come check us out if you want to, talk Cowboys, hear about the news, all that good stuff.
Yeah, make sure you guys hit like for this stream right now. You're watching here, 1980. You're watching
right now. Don't leave without
Much
doing
love.
it.
Yes,
subscribe to everybody on here.
To the whole Roundtable crew, guys. Much love to these guys. This is why we're here with them. We learn. We all discuss. You guys in the chat providing great information, dropping the love. Thank you guys here on both channels. And guys, just sum it up. It's this Cowboy Nation forever. And never forget, Navy Blue, Silver 2, star over everything. Number one thing, guys, you know the deal. Go Cowboys, baby! Yeah, let's go. I'm ready. Let's play right now. Let's go.
Go Cowboys. Fifth Quarter Cowboys. Where can they find you?
Yeah, man. For everybody that's not subscribed or don't know me, Fifth Quarter Cowboys on YouTube, man. Can't believe we back here again, season 2, episode 1. Still no Super Bowl yet. Hopefully we change that real soon, man. Fifth Quarter Cowboys on YouTube. Happy to be back, man, with all you guys. It's been a long time, y'all. We back. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be here draft. We're gonna be here OTAs. You might see me in football news together in Oxnard this year.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. So
what's up?
We got a lot of
man.
Season 2 about to look real good, y'all. New year, new team, new record, new offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Let's just do it, man. I'm just happy to be back, y'all. Fifth Quarter Cowboys on YouTube.
I'll go next, and I'll let 1980 take it to close out his channel. Once again, 1980, thank you for hosting us tonight. Thank you guys for being with the panel, or being part of this panel. My Cowboys family, thank you. Fifth Quarter Cowboys, thank you. I'm surprised we didn't argue tonight. And 1980, again, thank you for hosting this on your channel, guys. I was smiling ear to ear when I was off camera because it feels so good to be talking football with the best of the best right here. My Cowboys family, Fifth Quarter Cowboys, and Dallas Cowboy fan 1980, guys. But if you don't know where to find me, you can find me on Dallas Cowboy Football News on YouTube. Dallas Cowboy Football News on Facebook, DCF News 1 on Twitter. And if you're man enough to talk X's and O's, baby, woo! Slide in my DMs like a hoe.
Hey, I so appreciate that, guys. Man, this is a blessing. It is, man. I couldn't wait to this time of year again. Even though the season hasn't started this offseason, man, I just couldn't wait for this roundtable to get kicked off again. And what an honor to be able to kick it off on my channel with these great minds. Football News, Fifth Quarter Cowboys, my Cowboys family, and also Space Cowboy 17. Hopefully he'll be joining us later on this offseason. But, man, I want to thank y'all for allowing me to join you guys, allowing me to be in y'all's presence, allowing me to on my channel. It's been a rocky off season for us all, and I am glad that it's going to be around the corner next week. Football News, football season will be back right before you know it. And being a Dallas Cowboy fan is a privilege, an honor and a privilege. And it's always something to talk about. That's the beauty of being a Cowboy fan. And I think a lot of fan base members they really get upset because the Cowboys are the number one still. We haven't won a Super Bowl in 20-something years, and we're still the number one topics on these shows. They're still talking about if a pin drops at Valerie, the Star in Frisco or wherever. Everybody knows about it. Look at Jason Witten. He blew up the media waves. Just Jason Witten coming back. Everybody had something to say about it. Everybody that wasn't a Cowboy. More non-Cowboy fans had more to say about it than we did. The video I posted, I didn't even have to say anything, and they got like 4,000 and something views. I didn't say anything at all. Just the energy that Jason Witten brought back to the Cowboys was enough. Like I say, man, we got a long road to go in this offseason, and I am glad to be a part of this roundtable crew, man. God bless everybody in the chat. God bless the roundtable, man. And make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, because you never know what the day is gonna bring you. Holla back at your boy. I'm out.